Hey everybody, I'm back with a review on the Glue Glider Pro that I showed in my haul video. And if y'all can hear music in the background, it's Emmy. I've got her occupied in the other room watching Joseph's amazing Technicolor coat. But anyway, the surround's on, so it's kind of loud. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me. Okay, what I did is somebody had left a comment that they hated it because it unthreaded or whatever. So I went and I looked to see if there was a video of how to rethread, and there is. There's a real simple one, and it looks extremely easy. So I don't know, I didn't experience that, but I haven't used it enough really to say yes it'll do it, no it won't do it. And this is like a newer version, so I don't know. Anyway, I can't say about that, but I'm going to put the link for the rethreading video down below in the description box. Okay, now let me show you what I have found out about this. It is really simple to refill, and you basically just pull it out, slide it back in. I mean, it's just that simple. So people that have problems refilling, this is an excellent solution to that problem. And this one's multi-directional, and what that means is if you put it in one direction, you push the tape runner, you push it forwards. If you put it in the other way, you pull it and it dispenses the tape. They also make different types of tape for this, 3 different types. They make a repositionable, they make this one, and they make a they make a perma-tack, a high tack, a repositionable, and an extreme tack. And on the back of the wrapper they give you a chart that tells you the amount of feet that's on it, and the high tack actually has 58 feet. But it shows you on the chart what those particular adhesives are good for. And I would be interested in trying the extreme tack. It pretty much covers metal, glass, wood, foam, flannel. The only thing they don't recommend it for is paper and photo. So the thing about that is, what's nice about this is you could have all those different refills, and if you needed something temporary, you just pop this sucker out and put the temporary in there. Or if you need the high tack, you put the high tack in there, whatever. It doesn't get any easier than that. For traveling, like the crops or whatever, you just turn this puppy around and stick it in there, and it's not going to get all over everything. So that's kind of cool too. The tape is perforated, meaning that it can dispense out little tiny pieces. And I know you guys aren't going to be able to see this, but let's see if I can get. It's perforated, it's like divided, and so it'll dispense out like a little piece, which I'm going to show you. I'm going to use it so you can see. But I turned the corners. I started this card. I'm making this card, and I turned the corners, and it was, it's a pretty tight little corner right there. It seemed to work pretty good. You can dispense, little tiny bits, which is nice because you save on tape. I don't think people think about when they're doing a project with tape runners. Sometimes you do not have to cover the entire thing. You don't have to do, lines on everything. Sometimes if you do the corners in the center, depending on how big it is, do the corners in just the center and then a couple in the middle, you're good. If you're doing just cards or something like that, you don't need to dispense out full lines to hold the paper on. It's just a waste of your adhesive. You got to be smart about it. And I did this little card here, and I'm going to show you with this little piece. The cons, like I said, is this is a lot of waste. For people that are earth conscious, it's a waste. I mean, you're throwing this whole plastic thing away. So that's kind of a downside, because there's so much. So much waste there. And then if the tapes break, which I can't imagine if you're using this, you're not, you know, in a race to get something done. You shouldn't have any problems with the tape, but you know, I can't speak for that because I haven't used this enough. It's very comfortable. It's so small. I mean, you can see how my hand, and y'all, I was out cutting down bushes today, and we have blackberry vines that grow in everything if you let it grow, and I wasn't even touching the blackberry vines, and I've got, if you can see all the little marks all over me, I've got blackberry prickers all over my hands, and my fingers got poked, so my fingers are really sore. But anyway, the ease of use of this thing is amazing. I loved it the second I picked it up and ran my first line. It's very lightweight. It's portable. You don't have to pull a trigger. I mean, it's just very simple to use. So, you know, people that have problems with little tape runners and stuff, this is also a good solution for that, I think. The price, like I said in the other video, Hobby Lobby had 3 packs of the refills for $21.99. Now, if I'm going to keep this one, they do run adhesives 50% off once in a while. So if you're smart, what I normally do when I have stuff like this is I'll wait for that 50% off sale. If I get desperate, I'll order on eBay or whatever. But at 40% off, if you use your coupon, they're going to be, the refills themselves here in Alabama, they'd be $4.40 each plus tax. Okay. There were all different kinds of deals on eBay on them, and I didn't even research it just to see. I want to see what the ballpark price was, you know, before I ordered it. I didn't want it to be like some kind of crazy price. 50% off would make them $3.60, which to me that's not that bad. I'm a deal hunter, and when I find a deal, I'll buy a whole bunch of it. I have also found, and this is something on eBay, I don't know if y'all are aware of this, sometimes it is cheaper to buy like the whole gun and refills than refills. I mean, I did that with ink. Many years ago, I had bought a Canon printer, color print, photo printer, and the cartridges, it took 6 cartridges. They were $15 a piece. So you can do the math on that, it's like $90. On eBay, they were selling these printers for $70 or $75 shipped. And what it was is they were factory refurbished by Canon, and they included the pack of ink. So the ink was actually cheaper to buy it shipped for the whole printer and whatnot than it was to go and buy the ink like at Office Max or Office Depot, because then you would have to pay $90 plus the tax. So my husband, being the thrifty person that he is, said, why don't you just go ahead and buy, 3 or 4 batches of it while it's cheap, because I, at the time, was printing out a lot of photos when I used to do 12 by 12 pages. And it was cheaper to do it that way. So we did. I ordered 3 or 4 of those printers, and I basically took the inks out of them, and I turned around and I gave one away to a friend, and then the other ones I sold. So I made my money back. I think I sold them for like $60 or something. I don't remember, but I totally made out like a bandit on that deal, and plus I had all the inks. So you got to kind of consider that when you're looking for stuff especially on eBay. And I don't just mean this, but I mean kind of in general. Just keep that in mind. Just a little eBay tip. But anyway, so the refills for the Hermafix, I think, are in that same ballpark, and it's about the same amount of tape. So as far as the ATGs, I think it's better money. The tape is, you get more tape for less money. So anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to tell you. I don't know. Can't think of anything. Okay. So, excuse me for just a second here. Okay. So let me just show you guys how easy this was to use. And this is my little piece of paper. Basically, you just, I have it on the pull setting. You could do the little tiny ones, like I said. And like I said, it's really easy to control. I I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see that. You might even be able to see the little perforations in the tape, but you can do little tiny ones, and it seems to hold really well, because I stuck this down and I was trying to pull it up and it was stuck. It was really stuck. So I mean, you can roll it and just lift it up. It's a quarter inch wide. It's very, very sticky. It handles really well. Like I said, I was really impressed for the ease of use. And just stick that little puppy right on there. And yeah. Anyway, so let's do pushing it forward so you guys can kind of see. I don't know if that makes a difference for lefties. It might. But you can go forward just as easily, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I think we've all gotten in habits of going backwards, but for some people the going forward might be better. Now the little rolly thing on the back is if you wanted to, which this is perforated so it's not really a big deal, but if you wanted to dispense like a certain amount and you wanted to be able to control it, you basically put the little wheel, you push the wheel in. Oh, it doesn't do it on that way. You can only do it this way. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's flip it around. Anyways, you push the wheel in and it engages the little thing here, and you can turn your wheel to dispense, a little bit of glue or whatever. But anyway, I give it a 2 thumbs up. The only thing that bothered me would be the price of the refills. If I could find a pretty good deal on a regular basis, that'd be awesome. I don't use a tape runner forever for everything like I used to, because when I do mini albums, typically I use score tape for a lot of the mini album, just because the score tape holds so much better. And you've got the binding and you've got all the stuff that you don't want that mini album to come apart. So pretty much the glue gun is reserved for if I'm just sticking photos, or if I'm especially doing cards, quickie type paper projects. I use a lot of tacky glue. I like holding down flowers and whatnot. Depends on where the tacky glue is going. Tacky glue, makes stuff buckle. And there's lots of solutions for liquid glue, but I don't use a tape runner like I used to. I used to go through a lot of tape runners, and I don't use it as much anymore. But I do need one for doing that type of stuff. So I hope that that I've helped some of y'all that had questions. And like I said, eBay had them. Pretty good deal, I thought. And if you have any other questions or whatever, this is the newer version. There is an older version that's pink. That's not multi-directional. So if you see the pink one, it's just an older version of this. The green one has the, the multi-directional. Alright, that was it. Thanks for watching. Bye!